Suppose if I said I was going to splash it on something that we really needed, like a grand piano or a tropical fish tank, you'd be dead chuffed.
Hey?
That money. Anybody would think you weren't pleased about it.
Pleased? I'm delighted. £1,000 better than a kick in the pants any day of the week.
I can spend it on anything I want, anything, except something that's going to benefit our entire futures.
How'd you work out a partnership in the garage? I mean, just supposing Brian agrees, is it suddenly going to make everything wonderful or something?
No, not suddenly. But long term, it stands to sense, Kev. We'd be better off. And for another thing, well, he can't sack a partner, can he?
Yeah. Well, there's no danger of that anyway. He needs me more than ever now.
So now is the best time to approach him, Kev.
Oh, love, I appreciate your offer, I do. But like I said last night, let's forget it, eh?
I wish I knew why you were being so flaming pig-headed.
Because I'm not interested in no flipping partnership, that's why. The best thing you can do with your money is put it in a building society.
That's boring.
Yeah? And so's being broke.
You want a charmette in that bath?
Is that right?
One slip and you've had it. There was this acrobatic dancer I worked with one time, Dolores. She skidded in bath, cracked her coccyx that bad she didn't move for a month. Never did the flying splits again.
I bet that played havoc with her love life, Charlie.
Nothing to joke about, isn't that, Mrs. Gilroy? As you get older, your bones get brittle, especially women.
I'll try and remember that, Charlie, next time I have to do the flying splits.
I'm surprised you're still smoking them things. You know what the inside of your lungs look like?
Sexy, like the rest of me.
Inside of a chimney, all blackened, covered with guns.
Tea's in pot, bacon's under grill.
No thanks, Tom. I never eat anything but fruit before noon. I don't suppose you've got a grapefruit about the house, have you?
We might have such a thing as a shriveled up coxes, and that's about it.
That's all right. I'll probably find something at the corner shop. Whilst I'm there, I'll get some bran. Keeps you regular. You ought to try it, Alec.
No, thanks. I'll stick to the bacon and egg. Bran's all right for horses.
Doesn't say no to his oats occasionally, though.
You ought to be on the boards, your missus. Oh.
Yeah, highly comical. Surprised you could still laugh.
Me and all, Flower. Up to now, I've had cracked coccyxes, irregular bowels, gunged up lungs. Not even 9 o'clock yet.
Look, I'm not talking about Charlie. I'm talking about the flaming tax man.
I thought you said you'd nothing to hide.
Well, not more so than the next man. I mean, nobody tells them everything.
Well, they must have got wind of summer.
Yeah, but what?
Ask them.
You can't ask them.
Why not?
Because they won't flaming tell you, will they? I mean, they expect you to cough up the information. Chances are you end up telling them more than they already know, and that's just the trap they're waiting for you to fall into. Flaming devious lot they are.
Yeah. I can see how hard it must be for a man like you to come to terms with tactics like them.
Hi. Oh, hi, Ken. Listen, I dropped the copy off of that ad to your Miss What's-His-Name yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I got it. I got it. Look, how much work are you having done down there? Shop fitting, that sort of thing?
Oh, quite a bit. The old boy that was there before me was a shoe repairer. I don't think he put a coat of paint on the place the whole time he was there.
Right. Well, if you can give me the details of the various contractors, I'll see if we can't whip up an advertising feature.
Good idea, yeah.
Oh, hello, love. Hello.
Hi, Rachel.
Will you excuse me a minute, please? Alan, love, about this party next week. I've just been talking
Not
to...
exactly a party, you know.
Well, grand opening, whatever you call it. I've just been talking to Dennis about it, and he says...
Who's Dennis?
The bloke that runs the off-licence corner of Rosamond Street. He says if we buy all the booze off him, he'll lend us the glasses for free.
Well, that's fine.
So how many shall I tell him we need?
I don't know, Rita. I've got 1,000,001 things to think about here. I'm sorry. It's just... I've got a lot on my plate at the moment. I'll have a think about it and let you know, okay?
Fine.
And thanks for your help.
Oh, don't thank me. I'm doing it for us. See you later.
Yes.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
Not got long. I'm just pinching an hour off to go into town with your mum. Only it is a bit private, girl. That's why I said, well, could I come on for a minute?
She's seen these two dresses for a Masonic do they're going to, and she can't decide between them. You know what my mum's like. So, what's the problem?
Well, there's no problem. It's just that... Has Brian ever said anything to you about taking Kevin in as a partner?
At the garage? No, I can't say as he has.
Don't you think it's a great idea? Because he works really hard, Kev.
I'm sure he does, Sally, but isn't this something that he and Brian should be discussing?
Oh, well, you know what men are like, don't you? They need a little bit of a shove. And the thing is that I've come into some cash.
Great. From your dad?
Well, no, not from him exactly. All he ever left me were loads of lousy memories. But my mum, she's got this insurance money coming to her, and she's given a share of it to Gina and I. She says to make up for what we went through as kids, you know. Anyway, I thought with that and some of our savings that, well, that maybe we could...
I see. I'm not sure the garage would support 2 partners at the moment.
Oh, but Gail, if Kevin and I put some money in, well, we could buy new equipment, we could take on another lad, I don't know, something that'll fetch in more business. Stands to sense we'd all benefit, wouldn't we?
It's me, Mum, getting impatient. I'll have to go, Sally.
But, well, what do you think?
I don't think it's down to me. But I tell you what, I'll suss Brian out, shall I? See what his ideas on the subject are.
Oh, I'd be ever so grateful. Well, we both would. Hey, do your best, won't you?
Now, you see, this one's got a lovely fitted kitchen, but it hasn't got much of a garden. And that bungalow in Whitefield's got a lovely little garden. And, oh, we do want somewhere where we can sit out and have a cup of tea on a hot summer afternoon. If ever we get such a thing.
Flowers?
Oh, yes, well, I've always had a thing about growing my own flowers, you see. I rather suspect that I've got green fingers. Well, I did resuscitate Emily's ficus when it was practically on its last leaves.
No, for our do next week. I don't mean elaborate displays, you know, just a few spring daffs and tulips, just to brighten the place up a bit, you know.
I thought it was people just dropping in for a quick drink.
Oh, it's a bit more than that, love. I mean, we're letting the world know we've arrived. We don't want people to think it's a tuppenny halfpenny outfit, do we? I mean, Alan's got his position to think about.
Has he?
He's still not in. Flaming answering machines on, I hate them things.
Who's this, love?
Bernie. I wanted to see if there was any news. What's all this for?
Stella Rigby's coming for lunch.
She's not.
Did I not tell you, love?
You never mentioned a dicky bird.
No. Well, I could have sworn. Still, never mind. I thought we could have a nice, cosy little threesome.
Aye, well, for threesome, read twosome, because I shan't be here.
Will he not, love?
I can't stand that woman at the best of times, and with the taxman peering down every orifice looking for trouble, today is not the best of times.
Oh, I can understand that, love. You take yourself off for a nice, quiet little lunch somewhere and treat yourself. I'll make your excuses to Stella. She'll be devastated, but still.
Hey! You're a slippy customer, you.
Look, not just now, Betty.
Never mind about not just now. I've been trying to get hold of you all day. Have you thought any more about what I said? I meant it, you know.
Look, if you want to hand your notice in, I'm not stopping you, Betty. I've enough on my mind at the moment without whinging women.
Hey, do you know what he just said to me?
In a minute, Betty Flower. Charles, sweetheart, could I have a private word?
My pleasure, Mrs. Gilderoy.
Yeah, but... what?
It's not worth getting your blood pressure up, love.
She's a very sweet person, is Stella, Charles. It's just a shame that she's married to the kind of man that she is.
Swine, is he?
Well, let's just say he's not very sensitive to a woman's needs. But then again, they can't all be like you, can they, Charles? You know how to make a girl feel special.
I do my best.
And I just know that you're going to make my friend Stella feel like a queen.
You leave it to me, Mrs. Gilderoy. I'll not let you down.
I believe congratulations are in order.
Wow, it's marvellous, isn't it? Every time Sally has a bit of a cold, everybody seems to think she's...
No, I mean about you and Brian going into partnership.
About what?
Oh, dear, is it still under wraps, honey? Well, I couldn't help but overhear Gail talking about it. And, well, I think it's high time. I mean, we're in the same boat in that sense, you and me, aren't we?
Oh? And how'd you figure that one out?
Well, I mean, I think the world of Rita, and I'm sure you do, about Brian, but, well, there is a tendency to take advantage. I mean, we work just as hard as they do. Well, harder in some cases, and yet, in the end, we're still the employees, and they are the bosses. Oh, I shall have to think seriously about following your example, Kevin.
Hiya, glad you're back, 'cause I promised Mr. Roberts I'd be back.
What the hell do you think you're playing at?
What?
I thought I told you to drop it.
Drop what? What are you on about?
About me going into partnership with Brian, that's what I'm on about. I've only heard from Mavis that Gail's been saying something, and I'm damn sure it's not come from Brian.
I only mentioned it to her casually, just to see what she thought about the idea. I didn't know she was going to blast it out to all and sundry, did I?
Yeah, well, I wish you hadn't.
Kevin, why are you so set against the idea?
Because if you must know, I'm sick to the back teeth of Tilsley, that's why. And the last thing you do at this moment in time is put any of our cash in and going into business with him.
Well, what's he been doing?
It's what he's not been doing more like flaming work. Muggins here's been lumbered with most of it again, just like last time.
What last time?
When he was having flaming domestic problems. You don't see him for days on end, and when he does come in, about as much use as a chocolate fireguard.
Oh, they're having problems again.
He's not said out to me, but something's not right, and that's for sure. So, I don't want to get any more involved than we already are. Which we would be doing if we put all our cash in that business and it went bust.
As with many things in this life, grace and beauty on the surface often belie the activity beneath. A 1989 Vauxhall Senator, engineered for unruffled grace.
Today, Cooking with Culture says hello to Mexico with Cook in the Pot sweet pepper chicken. We take a lively blend of chilies, spices, and red peppers. Now, Chiquita, pour, favor, and into the oven. And a short siesta later, we have authentic tasting sweet pepper chicken for Chiquita, Pepita, Rosita, and Panita to enjoy. Brings out the Latin in one.
Cook in the Pot, only from Cross and Blackwell.
A ceramic hob that cooks by the heat of light. The energy-efficient halogen hob, so easy to control, so quick to respond. A halogen hob, an amazing way to cook electric.
It's golden drums for tea. Yeah.
After a great day on the river, the cubs really enjoy my tasty golden drummers. Tender turkey shaped into boneless drumsticks in golden crispy crumbs.
These look nice.
Now, lads, cubs honour, what's the word for my golden drummers? Be prepared with my golden drummers, around £1 and 9p for 6.
It's not that I'm jealous, Derek, but I can't help but make comparisons. I mean, there's Rita and Alan with not one but 2 good businesses now, 2 cars, and a nice home. And what have we got?
Each other.
Oh, yes, I know that, Derek, and I wouldn't swap with Rita for the world, not in that department. But I just don't think it's right that we have to live in that poky little flat. I mean, we're not kids like Curly and Shirley. We've got as much right as Alan and Rita to some status in the community. Well, more, in fact. We're a married couple.
I do dislike that word, Mavis.
Couple?
No, status. I know you don't like me talking about Angela, but she was always on about status. Keeping up with the Joneses. One of the things I disliked about her. One of the many things.
It's not the same thing at all. I mean, I'm not the least bit bothered about the latest designer label golf sticks or whatever it was that turned Angela on. All I want for us is a nice home.
And we shall have, Mavis.
all in good time. And it's clubs.
What is?
Golf clubs.
Clubs, then. Anyway, I've made us another appointment to view that bungalow at Whitefield tomorrow, dinner time. That is convenient, is it?
Oh, yes, dear. Absolutely.
Stella, darling, you look amazing. Mwah. You've been at that health farm again.
No. If I have lost a few ounces, it's all down to hard work.
Oh, I know you. I know what a right little grafter you are. That's why, while you're here, I want you to sit down and relax. I'm going to get Charles to pour you an aperitif. Charles!
No, it isn't it a completed drink at this time of day? No, don't tell me. Let me guess. Nothing run-of-the-mill, something with a bit of style, a touch of class.
My, who's this? Oh, this is Charles, our little gem of a barman. Could I leave you with Charles for just a teeny moment, love? Alex out. Is there any news?
I'm hoping for some later today. When did you get back?
He didn't say. Can I get him to ring you?
No, I shan't be in. I'll pop back later.
I'll tell him. And don't forget to wish your great-gran a happy birthday from me.
Will do.
Draw, love.
Hiya.
Hey, 100. Telegram from the Queen, the lot.
Hey, will it be all right if Joanne comes for a tea tonight?
Fine, as long as she likes fish pie. Do you know, I don't think I'd fancy living to be 100.
What, you were nearly there?
Hey, you can make your own tea and your pals.
You know what, the way you go on sometimes, always looking in the mirror at your wrinkles. You worry about them far more than anybody else does, you know.
I dare say I do. I have to live with them.
You're a very attractive woman, you know. I mean, when you put the wall paint on, you can knock spots off anybody. Hey, I mean, remember how fantastic everybody said you looked at Mavis's wedding?
And that was an act of will, if ever there was one.
Yeah, well, that's all over now, isn't it? I mean, everything's back the way it used to be.
Better than it used to be. You know, your dad's that thrilled with that shop. Bless him.
Do you think one of these days I might get a chance to be a bridesmaid for the first time in my young life?
Do you know, I can just see you in a pink, sticky-out net frock.
I can just see you in 100 yards of white satin.
That was quite delicious, Bet. I see Betty hasn't lost her touch. Another jewel in the Rover's crown. Ah, Charles. A couple of brandies, please, big uns. I don't think I should, Bet. I don't want to be going home tipsy now, do I?
Well, might I suggest a small liqueur instead? A Cointreau, a Drambuie. No, I've got it. Creme de menthe frappé. The perfect lady's drink for the perfect lady.
It's a caution, isn't it? Isn't he just? Would you excuse me a minute, Stella? I want a quick word with Betty. Do you enjoy working here, Charles?
He's been very good to me, Alec. Of course, he knew me when I was a star.
Oh, you were in show business.
Only the one of the best ventriloquial acts in the business.
You're a man of many parts, aren't you, Charles? I don't know if Mrs. Gilroy mentioned it, but I run the White Swan.
Well, she did mention the summit, yes.
Nothing like this place, of course.
No?
No. No, in a different class altogether. I wonder, if you're passing, why don't you call in and have a look round?
Be my honour, Mrs. Rigby.
Right. Did somebody say something about creme de menthe frappés?
Oh, I can. You just caught me.
Oh, good, good. Look, forgot to ask this morning. When can I send my photographer choppy around?
Oh, anytime. The inside's a bit chaotic at the moment with all the workmen in there, but you can take some nice shots of the shop front.
Yeah, good. One of you standing in front of the window.
I don't think so, no.
Oh, why not? Why not? Might as well show that the boss looks a solid, reliable type.
It's not necessary. It's the name I want them to remember. Weatherfield Security Systems. Not my ugly mug.
Well, all the same, a photo of you would lend the piece some authority.
No, Ken.
Okay, it's your ad, you're paying.
Welcome to the bistro, Monsieur Webster. Would Monsieur like to taste the wine?
Monsieur would like to wash his grubby mitts first. That's if the chef doesn't mind.
Oh, Monsieur must do exactly as he pleases, for we are here to cater to his every whim. Kev, go and have a bath and put on your nice clean shirt and some of that aftershave I got you for Christmas.
What was all this about Monsieur can do exactly as he pleases?
Oh, well, you wouldn't sit down at a dead posh restaurant in your mutt, would you?
True. So, what's it all I need of, son?
Well, it's just to say that I am sorry for meddling. And, well, it's to celebrate that, Kev, for once in our lives, we've got a bit of cash to spend. And most of all, it's because, well, I'm glad we wasn't one up Gail and Brian.
I love you, Mrs. Webster.
Oh, and I love you too, Mr. Webster. Hey, and I'll love you even more when you get out these mucky clothes. Look at her.
Oh. Come on, you've time for a quick one. I'm sure Audrey won't mind hanging on to kids for another few minutes.
Bossy mother-in-laws. I'll have an orange juice if it's absolutely necessary.
An orange juice and a bottle of lager,
It's
Jack.
not just that, but I've got the tea to make and a pile of ironing to do.
Always busy. You want to relax a bit more.
Look, you try that with 2 kids and a full-time job.
I meant in the evenings, with your husband.
Listen, Brian's just as jiggered as I am by the end of a day's work.
He still finds energy to play squash 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, well, the exercise does him good.
There are other things more important, Gail. Look, when was the last time that you two had a night out together, eh? I'll tell you when it was. It was Boxing Day night, because that was the last time you asked me to babysit for you.
What is this? Nobody's asked you to keep a record of what we do in our spare time.
Well, I'm not doing no such thing, love. I'm simply pointing out that young couples need to get out together on their own. And me and Don don't mind looking after those kids, so you've no excuse there.
I'm not making excuses.
Right. You've both fobbed me off all day, and I'm not going to be fobbed off anymore. Is he going or am I?
Let's put it this way, Betty Flower. Won't be you.
Oh, is he getting his card?
I wouldn't put it quite like that.
I won't be mucked about, you know.
I wouldn't dream of it, Betty, love.
Where is he, anyway?
He's gone out.
Maybe he's found another woman, eh? And now it's too late. You're realising what you've lost, that little green-eyed monster raring its ugly head.
No, I'm just making a point. And as much as I dislike being responsible for somebody losing their job, it'll be well shot of him.
Jack! Yeah. Suppose you're going to that big do next week, aren't you?
What do is this in?
Alan Bradley's shop. I could do with wandling myself and invite to that. Oh, he's a jammy beggar.
I find I like Alan Bradley. The harder I work, the luckier I get.
If he expands any more, he's going to want junior management, isn't he?
Why, are you thinking of applying?
Yeah. Could give our Terry a shout, though. He could be back down here in a couple of months. That'd get me a couple of brownie points with our beer, wouldn't it?
I love your husband, Jake.
You are.
You're forgetting it was me that gave your Terry the elbow. You'll be asking me for a reference for Alan Bradley next.
Some people learn by their mistakes, Michael. Surely you learned by yours.
I did, sunshine, and do you know the lesson that's engraved on my heart? Once a chancer, always a chancer, but never trust me. Same again, please, mate.
Right, pal.
Well, where the hell have you been till this time?
All round and about, trying to find out who dropped me in it. Nobody's admitting to out. Has Stella gone?
Of course she's gone. She's come for lunch, not bed and breakfast. Bernie's been.
Oh, and what did he say?
No message, just he'd call back later.
Oh, let's hope to God he's managed to sort something out. Right, I'll put the kettle on.
Alex!
Not now, Betty, please.
I'll have a word with you, Governor.
Can't it wait?
I'd rather not if you don't mind.
Oh, you better come through. Now, look, if it's about that business with Betty, take no notice. I mean, women act very strangely when they get to her age.
Oh, it's not that. I appreciate you being very good to me, Alec, but I'm afraid I've got to hand in my notice.
You what? Just a minute, I'm busy.
Sorry, lad, only Bet said to come through.
Oh, yes, Bernie. Now, have you heard anything?
Well, I've spoken to you again
Well, I wouldn't
today.
leave you in the lurch, but you did say I could only stay here temporary, and this new
Yes,
job got
all right.
accommodation that goes with it.
All right.
And she's absolutely desperate that I start right away.
All right, then. All right. You start. Start right away. Right, go on, off you go. Pack your bags. Bernie, shut the door.
All right, then.
Now,
I've just had to give him some bad news.
Oh, dear.
I'm leaving right away.
Alec will be upset. Still, if it's what you want, my Alec won't stand in your way. Neither of us will. Let me help you with your packing, Charlie. Come on. Come on.
so have they said what it is they've sniffed out?
Wouldn't give me in. They just said they want to see you on Monday.
They want me to go down there?
That's quite usual. I'll be there.
Aye, together would be a match for 'em, eh, Bernie boy? I shouldn't worry.
I'm not worried.